Welcome back, my legends, and today I'm going to explain why did Bangalore say no to Loba. Now, for those of you who don't know, Loba really likes Bangalore, but it never really started off this way because in the beginning of the season 5, the Broken Ghost quest, we can see that Loba and Bangalore really disliked each other to the point where Bangalore did her own investigation to try to find out the real reason why Loba wanted the legends' help. And when Bangalore discovered the truth that Loba's just using them because behind the scenes she made a deal with Hammond Robotics where she will get Ash's head. In exchange, she will get the location on Revenant's source code, so that way Loba can destroy Revenant once and for all. And so what happened is that when Bangalore told everybody the truth, that Revenant also got word of her plan because he had a spy in Caustic who was keeping an eye on Loba because Caustic didn't like the fact that she knew who he was and that he wanted to keep his identity a secret. In fact, in the season 9 quest, Caustic secretly hints at Crypto that somebody else knows who they are, and that is Loba, as you can see right here. And for some reason Loba is keeping her mouth shut. Maybe she's just waiting to see how she can play her cards right. And so going back to the season 5 quest, what happened is that Bangalore actually helped Loba because all Bangalore wanted to do was just get rid of Loba from the Apex games, but she felt bad that she put her in a dangerous situation where Revenant might actually kill her, and so she decided to help her out. And this is where Bangalore overheard the conversation between Revenant and Loba, where Revenant asked Loba for her help by telling her to actually find his source code so that way she can actually put him out of his misery. So when Loba and Revenant made this deal, Loba felt conflicted. She wanted to get revenge on Revenant by destroying his source code, basically ending his life, but that's exactly what Revenant wants. And so because of this, for the first time in a long time, Loba said that she didn't know what to do. And between season 6 and season 7, what happened is that Bangalore and Loba became very close.
Thank you, Sergeant. Kind of you to have my back.
Don't worry about it, girl. So, it's none of my business, and I wasn't gonna mention it. But this thing with Revenant...
Then don't.
Mama used to say, do your business or get out of the latrine. Make the call soon, because stalling's not a good color on you.
I said I didn't want to talk about it, but... the demonio. I'm going to get what I want by giving him what he wants.
Discussing the whole situation or what Loba should do, even to the point where Bangalore was openly talking about her past, to the point where Bangalore was giving Loba advice from what her family used to tell her. And so it's very interesting seeing these two characters start from hating each other to seeing them becoming very close, to the point where Bangalore was concerned about Loba the whole time, and seeing Bangalore openly talk about her family to Loba goes to show you how much close they gotten over the seasons, because Bangalore doesn't really like to talk about her family, if not at all, with any other legends except for Loba. And so what happened in season 9 is that Bangalore kind of agreed to go on a date with Loba, but in the next scene we see that this bind made Loba trip on purpose and she fell into an open air hatch. Now what happens is that next chapter we see that Bangalore is contemplating what happened, where Bangalore says with her own words that she just saw somebody she cared about free fall to their death again. Now for those of you who don't know, a similar situation happened with Bangalore's brother Jackson, where Bangalore helplessly watched her brother fly into space outside Solis's orbit and disappear for her never to see him again. That was until we now learn is that Jackson is alive, but that's a video for another day. So even though Balk saved Loba, once again she must have felt useless seeing that she couldn't do anything to help somebody she cared about. And to make things worse, the legend that's probably the most careful out of everybody got sick via the Medusa virus and unfortunately had to be put in the sidelines while she's being taken care of, which by the way, to show you how much Loba actually cares about Bangalore, she got her own personal bodyguards just in case Revenant tried to do something. And so out of all the legends, Loba was probably the most determined one to try to find a cure to go save Bangalore because she only had about 3 days to live, and unfortunately by the end of the quest we see that Bangalore friend-zoned her. Now a lot of people were angry saying why would she do that, and the answer is very simple, is that Bangalore didn't really mean what she said. I guess she was just being mad that some of the legends were being nosy, and so she just said that they're just friends. Unfortunately, Loba heard that and figured that maybe Bangalore doesn't have the same feelings towards her, which is not true because in the final Twitter comics Lost Legacy, Bangalore says, what's the point of loving someone if all you remember is watching her die, which Rafe looked confused saying her, and then realized that they weren't talking about Jackson anymore. And if you look very closely, the flower bouquet that Loba brought to Bangalore but threw in the trash when she heard that they're just friends, well, Bangalore had it in her desk. So this means that she grabbed it from the trash can and is probably reflecting on what she said. So what I see here, my legends, is Bangalore being too afraid to admit her own feelings towards Loba, and is probably afraid that if she does and something does happen to Loba, she probably won't be able to live with herself knowing that she lost another person she cared about again, just like she lost her parents, her brothers, and now Loba. So yeah, my legends, this is kind of why Bangalore say no. It's just a way for her to protect her feelings from getting hurt again, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.